So Alien 1979 is my favorite horror movie. I love that film. I really connect with that film. I just think it's an awesome movie. I love the look of Alien. So when I saw the trailer for Alien Romulus, I immediately was anticipating an awesome movie watching experience, and I got that to the max. This movie gave me everything I was anticipating and more. This is a balls to the wall, highly just bonkers experience, and I highly recommend that you go and watch it because it's just crazy. There is this insanely high production value due to the practicality of all the sets in this film. It feels real. It feels a lot like Alien. Every scene in this film is just so engaging because it makes the actors perform better. It makes the shots look better. It makes the story flow better. It's weird how much of a difference these just really elusive sets obviously made for this movie, and I wanted to highlight that because a big part of the promotional tour for this film has been that these sets are mostly practical. Kind of ironically, the only other Fede Alvarez movie I've seen, Evil Dead, I wasn't that big of a fan of, but here I thought his directing style just really worked for me. I don't necessarily think that Romulus or Evil Dead are scary movies. They feel a lot more like elevated thrillers that come very close to horror but aren't necessarily horror. I was on the edge of my seat at so many points in this film. He did such a great job at making me care about all these characters, and that's thanks to a wonderful ensemble led by David Jonsson and Cailee Spaeny, both of which I thought were fantastic, but Jonsson in particular, I really connected with his character and found it to be a bit of an allegory for a real world topic, and I think you know what I'm talking about if you've already seen this film, but I just don't want to spoil what that is. And I really connected with that allegory and I loved it. And David Jonsson just does such a good job at putting soul into characters that the world they are in doesn't see them as people with a soul, if that makes sense. It's a very niche type of character acting that I see him do, but I love it. I loved him in Rylane, and I found him to be just as great in this film. I can't wait to see where he goes with his career. And Cailee Spaeny, I mean, make her a movie star at this point. She's 3 for 3, Priscilla, Civil War, and now this. Just cherry on top of just a fantastic start to her career. She plays a character who has a really big heart and kind of got taken advantage of in this film at points, but at the end of the day, knows how to get things done, knows how to stay true to herself, and can be an absolute badass. It was also paced really well. Like the original Alien, it takes a little while to get going, but once it gets going, it never lets go of you until the credits start to roll. My one, not necessarily issue with this film, but caveat with this film is that it feels too much like Alien, and it's structured very similarly. It feels almost just like Force Awakens to A New Hope, but Alien. It works in terms of making a really solid crowd-pleasing film that has a lot of great suspenseful moments, but also really pleases fans of the first Alien movie like myself. But I can't give this movie more than 4 stars because at the end of the day, it's just trying to do exactly what Alien in 1979 was trying to do. Also, the ending to this film is insane. It is wild. and you just need to see it to believe it. It's shocking, but awesome. If you are not convinced to go and see this movie, go and see it for this ending. I don't want to say what this ending is, but it's just like jaw-dropping. I was in shock for the final 15 to 20 minutes of this film. That all being said, what about all of you? If you've already seen this film, what were your thoughts? Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree with me? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to start a discussion. I'll see you all in the next movie review. Take care.